like I say, there's a lot of things like if you want to know how fucked up it is or why it was fucked up, you just look around and start digging around the first Marilyn Monroe, not the one that created the acting school or is known, but the very first, because she's not related to the very first Marilyn Monroe. The very first Marilyn Monroe, and there was actually maybe three of them. Basically, JFK isolated these girls and pretty much him and Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, and a couple other people basically pretty much terrorized the whole town and these girls and quite a few other girls using lots of stolen money and stuff like that. And basically, they destroyed these girls and pretty much turned them into love slaves. And basically, it goes if you have a team of people that's an army at your beck and call, you can really, 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 really fuck up someone's life really bad. And that's pretty much what they did. They used this other young group of kids that were teenagers to basically torture these women and torture these other people. And these kids thought that they were doing a good thing and even thought that they were the good guys. But actually, in fact, they were actually really, really, really very much the problem and being very horrible because they believed national security and top secret, need to know, and all that stuff. And they believed everything that Richard Nixon and John McCain. I mean, they did a very masterful job of doing all this stuff that made it look like something was going on that actually wasn't. And it was really just playing different groups against one another. And pretty much, like I said, this group thought that things were like this, that group thought things were like that, and basically it's just playing one group against another, where they're actually the ones actually robbing and killing, but then they're going to another group saying that no, no, it's these other guys, and you need to do something about them. And basically, pretty much, the other group did go and do something about those people, and then found out that they had just killed some very innocent people, but it was already too late. And then other things like them then going and killing these other people who had done this very bad thing, thinking that they were doing a good thing, and basically then them saying that they were heroes when they had done the whole thing in the first place. They had done the bad, and then they had blamed somebody else, and then they had sent someone else to go do something good or whatever, or deal with this problem. And then when they went and dealt with those other people, then they killed the people that they sent to go whatever, and then said that they were heroes for it. And that's basically how it went. And they use this tactic a lot. They were masterful in their whole deception and lies and everything else, and pretty much just a bunch of and basically they use this tactic to basically torture men and women and parents and whole planets, pretty much. And eventually they were playing one planet against another planet, Terran and Earth and other things, to basically go and destroy more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's basically this never-ending chain of death and destruction that basically JFK, Richard Nixon, and a bunch of other people were on. And where basically they didn't give a fuck and they would just shoot one girl after another and not really care. Sleep with a girl, shoot her, then go sleep with another girl and shoot her, and then do that again and again and again as they went from one city to another city, and basically even got access to the girl's bank account saying that they're the boyfriend or the husband or something like that, and clean them out every single time. And basically it took me a long time to realize exactly how many and exactly what and exactly who and exactly what was going on. And it's basically where JFK, John McCain, and a bunch of other people pretending to be these good people, and they weren't. And in fact, the public even thought that they were the best people in the world, but they weren't. They were the worst. And a lot of them with a lot of other people that were really, really bad, people that just didn't care. I mean, I don't know. Shoot one, shoot five, shoot 10, shoot 100, maybe you lose perspective and just start thinking that people are like cordwood. And what's the matter? You lie to one, you lie to another, then you kill them. And then nobody knows what the lie was, and you just keep on going, killing and lying and killing. You can use the same lie over and over and over again, and that's basically what they did. As long as nobody knows what the lie was, then it'll work again. So they lie to a group, then kill them, then lie to another group, then kill them, then lie to another group, then kill them. And the same lie basically works over and over again. It's kind of a psychotic tactic, but that's what they did. Anyway, And if nobody, as long as it's a believable lie or whatever, very carefully contrived, like they give a lie to the public, and then they capitalize on that lie and kill every time. And then they'll give a lie to the public and then capitalize on that lie and kill every time. So no one knows how they were capitalized. No one knows the. Anyway, it's just so psychotic and ridiculous. I was like, wow. Like I said, they would start out kind of fucked up, kind of messed up, just kids playing around, and then they got to fucked up, and then they like somehow to where there was like epic fucked upness, and then they actually just kept going and hit ludicrous, and then kept going and hit beyond to where you wonder if they were really actually even human. And it's true, at some point in time there were androids and artificial intelligences and stuff like that. And like it is out there in the universe, and they somehow got access to some of them and started doing some, like I said, it gets to really fucking fucked up. Yeah, whatever. But that's basically what happened, and pretty much, because like I said, they knew that there were other galaxies and other planets and everything else. They were just keeping the Earth from knowing this. So, anyway, yeah. So pretty much where, to the public and the world, they thought it was just, we may actually be alone or whatever. But then to the rest of the galaxy, they were, Anyway, and then, like I said, I ended up hunting down quite a few of them because, anyway, whatever. It was a long time ago, and it doesn't really matter. And basically, I lived long enough where I could actually do something about it. And I did. So, yeah. Strange, but true. Because, like I said, we're not alone in the universe. There's millions, billions, and trillions of life forms. And anyway, they knew that and understood that too. So, and basically, it's amazing what you could do if you have money. And people's beliefs. And whatever. Like I said, I had no ways belief and nothing but my own life forms, my own people to basically use to fight this, and I did. So, and I wasn't even really going all out like they were. Like they were going all out psychotic style, and I was just like, no, for the most part. And then I was like, goodbye. And that was basically laying up space, and because I was just so far like wow, some really strange humans. It was very much effortless for the most part, but a lot of other people were dying. Like I said, it was a very convoluted country, like drops and this and that, and they were being very careful. But anyway, mostly when they started going after their own people, that's when they started having real problems. Which they did. Like I said, they started killing all their own friends and all their own people, or blaming each other. It was like, it's JFK! And people would go and kill JFK or whatever. Oh, it's Richard Nixon! And they're just like pointing at people. Getting other people to do their dirty work. It's almost funny and ridiculous how bad it was. Yeah, meanwhile they're going and spraying acid on people, and if no one sees it, you can hide a long time. Yeah, whatever. It's all over with. Basically. Mostly. But if anyone wants to know why there are so many wars and so much death and so much destruction, and who was the cause of it, basically JFK, Richard Nixon, John McCain, a bunch of other people.